So starting from chapter 1, which is the suppressing power of atomic habits. He starts by giving us an example. It's not like an example, it's a vivid example, which had happened actually. In England, British cycling, their team was not receiving any medal, anything. So it was not doing well, like for a lot of years. And there was this coach which was chosen to become a coach on that team. So everything as per team which they are supposed to do was going well. Like the bicycle which they have, they were okay. The people which were chosen healthy, they are okay.
Ellen, your line seemed to be breaking. Oh, come on.
Everything.
Okay.
They are doing, it's like everything you check, they are okay.
Okay, so I think I think Eileen had to drop because I think a network is acting up. So we'll wait for her to come back on. So basically, what she started speaking about is on that chapter 1. Talking about the British team, the cyclist team, on how they implemented little changes in all of their activities, in their equipment, in everything, to enhance, to implement or to make happen that compounding effect of little changes all through their routine system. Hey, we have Ellen back. Woohoo! Excellent. So, yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
You're welcome.
I don't know what's happening with my network. Yeah, as I was saying, everything for them which we suppose, according to the procedure and everything, how to prepare the team, the exercise, everything was okay. So it was like why we are not performing or why we are not receiving the medal we're supposed to receive. So when this coach comes to the team, Dave Brasford, what he reviewed is he started to look in a small thing which will make a change. So he started by looking on things like the surroundings, the environment. He even goes further, like painting the wall with us, they can see it. Which one is too active? Calling a doctor to teach those the circling members like how they should use their muscles, how their muscles works. Even the clothing, how to change the clothing in different weather. Also sleeping time, the hours of sleeping, waking. It's a very minor thing, which when you get in there, you can't think like sleeping, they are sleeping, but does it really matter like their performance? Clothing, like they have, of course they have their clothing at that time, doesn't mean they didn't have, but he went far to look like the clothing at this weather and the clothing of the different weather. So from there we can see, according to him, it's like there is a small thing like a small percentage of something which is being neglected, which it at the end it brings a big result to a person. So if it is a habit, it might be a very minor, and in your mind you will see like this is very minor, it can't be the cause of this problem. But if you see and start to review, you will see this was the cause, because small, it adds up. At the end, it becomes a big problem. So it's where he comes like 1%. Let's say 99% you are doing right, but it's only 1%, which is, let's say, it's a business. You are going to work, you are doing what? But most of people, if they wake up early, some of them, it's the time they go in the social media to see what was happening, what was going on that. And then in that early time, for you, you are sleeping. And you see like, it's okay, I can post, or I can go in the afternoon or during the morning later, while all people which are potential to you, they have already passed the era in the morning. So you, in your mind, you feel like it's okay, even the afternoon they will check, even the evening they will check, without knowing that that morning it was your changing, it was your turning point. So things like that you may ignore, but at the end is the thing which will bring change to your business or to everything. And he said there is a compound of this habit which will bring you, which will be for you or against you. So there are some things which if you do, they can favor you or they can be against you. And these things he tried to mention, like productivity compound, which in this, it's like when you start, you do a small feat in any given, but it counts. If you do a small thing, maybe in your career and everything, it counts a lot. It adds value. Let's say let's say maybe in our business, you decided maybe every day I will be reading maybe about one product, finding about one ingredient, going deeper on reading. Once you do that, you'll be an expert on that product. But if you don't do that, you won't be an expert, and it will be hard for you to sell. So you will become like, I'm not selling, I'm not doing what? But it's a very small thing, added something to your business. And also it was about knowledge, which I've already said, like reading, relationship with people. People, they are looking at you. Your behavior, it reflects back to them. So if your behavior, your seriousness, your commitment in doing something, that is the behavior. People, if they look on that, even someone wants to join your team, if we see there is a commitment, there is growth, there is consistency, he will see like, this is the team I want to join. But if there is not, he can't see that consistency or that commitment, it won't be easy for them to join your team. So also he was talking about things which it will go against you. It's, what are you saying about yourself? Are you saying negative things to yourself, like, yes, I joined and teamed, but I think I can't sell it? It's true, you won't sell, because even yourself, you already confessed it, I won't sell. So it won't be easy for you to sell unless you make it positive. So according to him, stop having negative thought. Be a positive person. Stop surrounding yourself with a stressful environment, and even yourself, stop being so stressful. For example, you are going somewhere, like there is a big traffic jam, you get stressed. That is the negative thing. Maybe you are in the traffic jam, but in the other side, there is a person which somehow, somewhere you could have speak each other, but because you are so stressful, like you don't feel like talking to anyone, you don't feel like think, because sometimes it might be the time to reflect, to think, to do what, but because you are stressed, you won't do that. Another thing, it was
how can you progress to really like? He tried to explain to us, like, how can we progress? How can we progress? It's not like people may see I'm not progressing. Maybe I'm in business of one term. I'm not growing. Since I joined, I have not growing, going maybe to director or senior director to what? And it's not like you don't want to grow. There is, you want to grow, but you don't know how. The process, you know, if I join people, if people join me, if I sell, I will grow. But how to go? What am I missing for this process for me to be fulfilled? Because it's a process. But what am I missing in this process to reach where I want to be? So from there, he tried to explain to that, like people we set some goals, and when you set some goals, there is a system for you to reach that goals. So we are most likely focusing on fulfilling our goals, like fulfilling our goals which we have set it, instead of focusing on the system. Like right now, I joined a team. I'm so focused to go to director title. So all I'm doing is going to director title, but I'm forgetting about the process who reach that director title. So that's where the problem comes. So what is to be a person who focus most on the process, the system, rather than the goals. It's not like you don't set the goals. Set the goals, because goals shows you a direction to go. But the way to reach to that goal is where to focus mostly. He tried to tell us, like, even though, like in that team, the difference between focusing on the system and focusing on the goals. Like all winners, when we have maybe a team, like two teams, all team, they have did an exercise, everything they have time to, they have prepared for to win, is not to lose. But when it comes to the goal, their goal was to win. And it comes, one wins and the one loses. The one who loses doesn't mean like he didn't prepare to win. He prepared to be a winner, but he didn't. So what he's saying is, like, you may set a goals, but you won't reach that goals until you focus on your system to reach that goals. And when you reach that goals, it will be easier for you, even if you win or you want to win, but the process which you passed has changed you to a different dimension or to the different thinking of yourself. So it has been, it's a long chapter with a lot of things, but what I can summarize according to him, it's like a habit is like a molecules, which it has a different things. It's an atom, which is a combination of a molecules. So you have a habit, which it has a different characteristics, different things, little things, which if they combine together, it define you, who you are, what you are doing, and how is your direction. So for if you ignore one thing, you are not completing that compound. So that's why even the book, it's called the habit of an atomic, means it's a combination, it's a compound of different behavior, different characteristics to form a one powerful thing, which will set your life in a direction which you want, which will make you successful, which will bring a success to your life. So once you ignore one, you won't reach to that. So what we are learning is, like, coming back to the untamed, what I was saying is,
with our business, we need to read like the whole business for you to get money, to get whatever. The most important thing is the compensation plan. Yes, the product and the compensation plan. So we need to understand the compensation plan in detail. We need to read our product, to know our product very much. Once you manage this, it's easier for you now to go to grab wherever title you want. But if you miss one thing, it's where you will see like why other people they are going. You will see like these people there, maybe you are doing things for others, it's not for you. But why? Because you didn't understand these two things in detail. So what I can say for us, this, let it be a lesson to our business, like go find out why am I prospering, like to go to a higher rank. Maybe it's not the compensation plan is bad. No, I have not understand it. I have not understand my product properly. So even when I go to present to someone, yes, I'm presenting, but I'm repeating other words which people told me. But did you find it yourself? Did you read it? Did you get it yourself? So to build that confidence, to build your own atom. So when you go there, people they will connect with you, and it will be easier for you to sell. At the same time, it will be easier for you to grow according to the company offer. That's I can say that's it for today. Thank you very much, everybody.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Helen, and welcome back. We've missed you.
Hello. Yeah.
Awesome. Can somebody check out in the audience? I have somebody special in the house. Lami is back. Woo-hoo! Hey, Lami, I'm so glad to see you.
Hey, welcome,
I spy with my little eye. Somebody in the house. Lami is in the house. Nice to have you back, darling. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Great. Agnes, hello. Nice to have you.
Hi,
Fidelia, nice
hi,
to have
everyone.
you. Hello. Talk
Mommy, welcome. Oh, I hope you won't take off again. We miss you real good.
I know. And she's not talking. Anyway, she will talk before the end of the she wants to talk. Okay. Yes, let's hear it. Go on.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Lami. How
Diane,
are you?
I miss you too. Helen, everybody. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Nice to have you back. See what we started. See the growth. How did you feel seeing this?
In fact, it was mind-blowing. There was a session I missed. So I went back and it had almost, I think, 16 people or
right.
so. And I was like, this is, yes, a particular session like that.
Yes.
So yes.
No, we had up to 16. Yes, we've had
we
had such numbers before. Amazing.
Yes, it was encouraging, seriously.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah. So everybody is watering and planting and weeding and making it really, really, growing. So I applaud every one of us, here today.
Yes, congratulations to us all.
Yes. And these are the little things. These are the atomic habits that we are putting into this. Right now, just like I love what how Helen went over that. You might not see the effect yet, but the most important thing is putting in the activity. Each time you come and you learn something new, that is a check on your progress. That is a check on that is the goal for that moment, and you've achieved it. So You mentioned something came to mind before I have Irene come up to do the chapter 2. Something came to mind while we're talking about the team, the cycling team. They did not, let's say, for example, a soccer team. Let me use a football team as an example. When they go on the field and have the goal, or an athlete, for example, that wants to win a gold medal. When they go on and say, okay, I'm going to the Olympics and I want to be a gold medalist, right? When they are returning, they don't return and say, maybe they didn't hit the goal, the gold medal goal that they had, right? They don't go back and say, maybe I aimed too high. Maybe I should now aim for silver. No. When they are coming back, the goal is still gold. However, they would now have to look at their system to see what do we need to do better so as to hit our goal. So your goal, as network marketers, you don't have to shift your goals like, oh, okay, I aimed at ₦1 million last time. I aimed at $1 million last time, but I didn't hit it. So maybe I was too high on that. Maybe I should reduce it. No, the goal is not, what we're learning here is not to move your goalpost. No, but rather your system. Work on your system. What little things can you do here and there to create that compounding effect that would now get you to your goal faster? Amazing. All right. So Irene, I yield the floor to you to take us through chapter 2.
Hello.
Hi. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for stepping up.
Thank you, sis. Okay, so we are going through chapter 2, and chapter 2 says how your habits shapes your identity. As in, identity is your belief, what you believe in. Identity is how you see others, how you see the world, how you identify yourself compared to everything. So in this chapter, the author is trying to show us how your habits can make you be identified in a certain way, and how your identity can formulate or can give you some habits which are not good or which are good. So vice versa is true. So we'll see on both sides how the identity can affect your habits and how your habits can affect your identity. So he starts by saying, forming good habits is not easy. Even if one decides to do so, like you'll be like, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to do something different. Or I'm willing to wake up very early in the morning and maybe read a book of some few pages before I go to work. And you want to do that, but you fail to maintain it. He's saying that to form that habit is not something which will come like, what can I say, a bed of roses. It's not something easy. It's something that will come with struggle, but at the end of the day, it will be worth it. He's also saying that you can start a new habit, but maintaining it for weeks, it's a struggle. You start, maybe you wake up today very early in the morning and read the few chapters you always wish to read before going for work, but you find yourself in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you have stopped. You just went back to your old ways, waking up very late. You can't even read anything before you go to work. So he's saying it's a struggle to maintain a new habit, but he will show us why it is a struggle and what you can do to make sure that the changes you want to do in your life will become permanent and you will be of value in your life. And he also says, but once the habit is established, it sticks. That is, it stays forever. So when you're able to stick to that change, and when the habit has formed and is established and has taken roots in you, that thing will stay with you forever and you're gonna like your new you. So it says there are some habits that feels impossible to break. I think we have all had this, like you are trying to break a certain habit. Like what can we say? Like let us use the same example of waking up early and waking up late. Like you always wish to wake up very early and do your stuff, some stuffs before going for job for those who are employed. But you find waking up late has been so into you that you find it very hard to wake up early. Maybe you find it very hard to maybe brush your teeth before going to bed because even that is another habit. You like to clean your teeth before going to bed, but whenever you want to do it, you fail. Like it just becomes very hard for you to change it. So he has given us two reasons why it is hard or it's impossible to change or to break some habits. And the two reasons are as follows. One, he's saying we are trying to change the wrong thing. You may be thinking like, I'm trying to change the waking up late, but you're focusing of changing the issue is not the right way you should be changing it. And he will show us the direction or how you should do to change whatever you want to change. So it's like most of us, we are focusing to change the wrong thing. You're focusing to change the bad habit of sleeping without cleaning your teeth. You're focusing to change the bad habit of waking up late, or you're focusing to change the habit of overeating. But the thing is, we are approaching the problem in a wrong way. So he's going to show us how we have to approach it so that we get the desired change. The other thing is saying, being one among the reasons why it's hard for us to break some bad habits is we are trying to change the habit. No, the second one, this is the thing. The first one was we are trying to change the wrong thing. First thing, you're not changing the right thing. And the second one, you are changing the habit in a wrong way, as in you are using the wrong approach. But in this chapter, he is going to focus on the first problem. And the first problem is changing the wrong thing, like you're not changing the right thing, as I said. So when you're trying to change the habits, he has given us 3 levels of change. 3 ways or 3 steps or 3 levels, as he said, you can use to approach how to change that habit. And for those who have, so the page is displayed here. He has drawn like spheres, like circles. I hope you can all see that, like circles. And these are the levels of change. So you can change from outside or you can change from inside of the circle. So starting with that of the outside, the circle is outcome, which is results or it's your goals. And the middle one, that is the process or it's the system, like the actions, the things you need to do so as to change. And the inner one, the inner cycle, is the identity, your belief, what you believe in, what you believe about life, what you believe about other people, and how you see life and how you relate to others. So he's saying all levels of change are useful. There are 3 levels, both of them are useful. There is no a wrong level or there is no a wrong step of taking change, but he's saying all of them are useful, but there is the best way of approaching change using the 3 levels. When you want to change a habit, he's asking us now, when you want to change a habit, which direction of the levels do you take? He's saying most of the people, when they want to change a certain habit, what they do is they start to the outside cycle, the outcome or the results or the goal. As in you're trying to change according to the goal you set. Like, for example, I want to become a director with Untamed. Now, what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the goal of becoming a director so much that I neglect the two inner cycles, which are very important to start with so as to reach the goal. So it's saying many people of changing, focusing on the results or the outside cycle, and they're moving towards the identity or the belief cycle. But the best way to achieve sustainable change of habits is to focus on what we believe. That is, you approach a change of habit from the inner cycle, that is from the identity to the goal. You start to change what you believe, then you go towards the middle cycle, which is the system or which is the process, your actions, then you go to the outside cycle, which is the outcome. So when you change how you believe about something before anything, it's easy to achieve the goal. As in, your belief will lead you to act in a certain way, which will help you to achieve your goal. For example, as I said earlier, like, okay, my goal is to become a director. I should not be focusing exactly like I want to become a director. The first thing is I have to believe like to have a certain belief that yes, I can be a director. Yes, I can achieve that rank. Then when that belief is built in me, I'll start acting in a certain way. My actions will change. I'll start acting or I'll put into actions that align with my belief. So as to become a director, there are things that have to be done in the middle cycle. If it is recruiting, it's sharing the opportunity to people, it's posting and all that. So as I change my belief about the title, automatically I will align my actions with what I believe. And as I align my actions with what I believe, it's going to be easier to achieve the outcome, which is the goal. So that is what he's suggesting when you're trying to change a certain habit, when you are trying to break a certain habit, approach it from how you believe about what you want to achieve. If it is like, okay, we can use another example. Maybe it's, okay, waking up very early in the morning and reading a book, or if it's like to become an author, to write your books and all that, you start, you have to start to believe, like change your belief system about what you want to become. If you believe in a certain way, then your actions will align with your beliefs and you automatically reach your goal. So he gave an example of cigarette smokers, whereas one cigarette smoker was offered a cigarette, a piece of cigarette, and he said, I'm not a smoker. But he's still smoking, but what he said is, I'm not a smoker. And the second person who is also still smoking cigarettes, but both of them, they want to quit smoking. But now we see how they reply. The first one is given a piece of cigarette, he's saying, I'm not a smoker. But in real sense, he's still smoking. And the other one is given the same piece of cigarette, he's saying, I want to quit smoking. You see, so there is a belief issue between these two people. The other one who is still smoking but said, I'm not a smoker, he believes like, yes, I'm still smoking, but I believe towards what I want to achieve. I want to achieve the stop smoking thing. So I'm saying, I'm affirming. It's an affirmation. Like I'm affirming, okay, I'm not a smoker. I'm smoking, yes, but I'm not a smoker because that is what I believe. And the other one is not. He doesn't believe if he's not. He has stopped smoking. That's why he's saying, I want to quit smoking. That is, he's not sure yet. He's not sure of what he wants. So here you can see a vivid example of how your belief can affect your words and also can affect how you act and how you approach the way you want to change different habits. He also goes on saying that behind every system of actions, a system of beliefs. Every action, like it's not an action, every system, every organization, every church, there is a way people believe in that organization. And because of what they believe, they act in a certain way. For example, when you go to, I want to use these, the Christian churches. Okay, maybe you go to a Roman Catholic church. There is a way they act, but they will act that way because there is a value of beliefs they have in that church. If you go to a Lutheran church, they have the way they act, and behind how they act is backed up with what they believe. So you can see, like, most of our actions, the way we act, the way we do our things, the way we carry ourselves, the way we do business is based on what we believe. So if we change the way we believe, then we can change how we act. And at the end of the day, we are going to change the outcome. We are going to achieve the goals we want to achieve. It's hard to change your habits if you have never changed the underlying beliefs that led you to your past behavior. You have a new goal, a new plan, but you haven't changed who you are. So you cannot change your habits if you don't change what you believe. Whatever plan you make, whatever new goal you set, as long as you still believe in an old-fashioned way, there is no way you are going to achieve that new plan. So here, for example, let's say your goal is to become rich. But what you believe about money does not align with what your goal says. For example, you believe like money is evil. You believe like rich people are thieves. Rich people are not getting their money in the right way. But your goal is to become rich. But now see how you believe about money. There is no way you're going to become rich if you don't believe money is good. There is no way you're going to become rich if you don't believe money is a God-given thing. You can't be rich because for you to become rich, you need money. So how are you going to accumulate money which you do not believe in? So it's very hard to do. You can see that is a vivid example. Like it also applies in our business. If we want to grow to higher titles, of course, more money, we have to believe that money is good. Money is a good thing. Money is not evil. Yeah, money can help us solve our problems. So the moment we change how we feel about money, we are going to be rich. But if we have evil beliefs about money, there is no way we are going to make a step in becoming rich and in becoming wealthy. So he also gave an example of, okay, so there is also your identity. Your identity can also, now this is the vice versa. We started with the habits, how our habits can affect your identity. Now he's trying also to show us how your identity can shape you to form a new habit. So in this, the vice versa way, he gave an example of a guy who was chewing nails. We all, most of us had this habit. Also myself, I had it. I used to chew my nails very much, but I stopped when I was an adult. So this guy also used to chew his nails, and he wanted to stop this habit. Yeah, to stop this chewing of nails, kutafuna kucha, yeah, to stop the chewing of nails. So he just one day said, he decided, like he made a decision, now today I want to stop chewing nails. So he called a manicure person who came to make his nails very well, and he paid for the service. He paid for the service. And the manicure person, the manicure person, as he was doing his nails, he was like complimenting, oh, your nails looks good. This new look of your nails is very good. And so that thing gave him a new identity. Okay, so I love the way my nails look. I love the way my new look with the nails. So he got a new identity. And From the new identity he got from taking care of his nails, made him to change or to break from the habit of chewing nails. So you can also see how a new identity, which is good, can also change your habit. Like you get a new identity, like hivyo, your nails are done, your hair, you go, maybe you're not used to go to the salon. You just wake up, you put your hair together and go to work. You have not gone to a salon for 6, maybe a year or 2 years. So the moment you decide, like, today I'm going to the salon, I'm going to do my hair, I'm going to wash, I'm going to set a new style, and you come out of the salon, wow, I'm looking beautiful, I am looking different. So you like the new look, you like the new identity. It gives you a new belief. Okay, so if I do my hair this way, look this way, I love it. So from the identity, from how you believe, from the evidence of seeing yourself looking beautiful in that new style, automatically now you switch from that bad habit of not taking care of your hair. You just break yourself out of that cycle of being rough hair and all that. You just start grooming your hair very well. He says, when you take pride in a particular identity, it becomes easier to maintain the associated habit. So when you're proud of a new look, when you're proud of your nails, how they look after a manicure, when you're proud of your skin, like you've properly taken care of your skin with our Untamed product, and you, oh my God, your skin looks very good, very soft. When you take pride in that action, in that new look, it becomes easier for you to maintain the habit of taking care of your skin daily. So a new look, a new thing, a new identity can also help you to maintain a habit that is associated with that identity. Or when you take pride in that feeling of waking up early in the morning and reading a book, you're proud of yourself. Okay, oh my God, so today I woke up very early, I read like 3 pages before going to work, and you're proud of yourself. The thing of being proud in that identity will help you to maintain that habit of waking up very early in the morning every day to read before you go to work. True behavior change is identity change. So when you change your behavior, it will automatically change your identity. Good habits can make rational sense, but if they are if they conflict with your identity, you will fail to put them into actions. So you might have habits, but now the habits you developed, they don't identify, they don't match with what you believe. There is no way you're going to maintain that habit. If you are trying to groom a habit which does not match with what you believe, very soon you'll go back to your old ways. So it is very important to make sure that the habit you're trying to develop yourself into matches with what you believe. Otherwise, it's going to be a vicious cycle of going back to where you came from if your identity does not identify with that. So, okay, we'll go to the last part of this chapter 2, which says, it says the 2-step process of changing your identity. So we have seen that habits in some way are related to your identity. Now he's going to show us how you can change your identity so as to maintain the good habits that you're trying to groom or you're trying to change yourself into. So he has shown us 2 steps in changing identity. Maybe you have a certain identity which is not very good. Maybe your identity is a late comer. You always go to the office very late than everybody. And when you go into the office, you're trying to get in like a thief, like, who is watching me? I'm coming late. Now everybody knows that she's a late comer. She'll never come early to work. And you're now trying to ask yourself, how am I going to change this identity of being a late comer? how am I going to change this identity of being lazy? How am I going to change this identity of being very dirty, very untidy? So it's just saying that he's telling us there are two steps which can be done so as to change a certain identity. He's saying new identities requires new evidence. So an evidence is like, it's like a proof. Something you have done, then you've gotten a proof. Okay, so this thing looks this way. So in order to develop a new identity, you need a new proof. You have to prove to yourself that I can go to work early before anybody else. You have to prove to yourself that I can put my room in, I can be a neat person, I can be a smart person. You need to have that proof so as to get that identity. So it is very important also to prove yourself. You have to do it and see like, okay, I can do this. And the moment you see it has happened, then it becomes your identity. And we just go back to the other point whereby you take pride in it. Like that guy who was chewing nails. He got a proof like, okay, so if my nails are done, attended by this manicure specialist, and they look nice. So he got a proof like, okay, so my nails can look nice from doing the manicure session. From that new evidence he got, he just developed a new identity. Whereas that new identity made him to stop chewing his nails. So step number one, you have to decide the type of person you want to be. You cannot change your identity. You cannot develop a new identity if you do not decide the person you want to become. So the first thing is to decide, like, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be worthy. I'm going to be clean. I'm going to be the early bird of the office. I'm going to clean my teeth you have to decide the person you want to become. So as to develop that identity, you need to identify that person you want to become. If it's a healthy person, you want to become a healthy person, or a person who goes to the gym every day, a person who has that kind of body you desire. You have to identify that person. Okay, I want to become that. I want to be that healthy person. So the moment you identify this kind of person you want to become, it's going to be easier to act in certain ways, which will give you a new identity. The other thing he says, the step number 2, once you have already identified who you want to become, then you have to prove it to yourself with small wins. So here we just go back to the other point where it says new identities requires new evidence. You have to prove to yourself that I can become this person with small wins. So you don't have to start taking very bigger steps. You just small steps. You have already said, like, I want to become a healthy person. Now, once you have identified this healthy person, you know, like, you want to know, okay, how does a healthy person act? How does the healthy person eat? Will this healthy person eat junk food all the time, or will they maybe skip their meals, or will they maybe dodge their physical exercises? So once you have identified the person, you start acting in a way which that healthy person acts. If they are eating fruits and vegetables every day, you start changing your way of eating. So the small wins comes after you have identified that person. You start taking a small bites, small steps. Like if you are drinking 3 bottles of Coca-Cola every afternoon after lunch. You say maybe from today, okay, let me remove this Coca-Cola from my lunch breaks. Or you just take a step like, okay, I was physically inactive. I drive all the time. I don't walk, I don't jump, I don't jog. Then a small win is like, okay, from today onwards, maybe I'll walk 30 minutes. Then from there, I'll take a public transport, or I'll take my car and go to work. So small wins, when you have done it for the first day, you have walked for 30 steps. Or for example, when we come to our business, when you have maybe given yourself, like, I want to talk to so many people so as to recruit many people.
Yeah.
You just start small steps. Like today you talk to one person and you proved yourself it worked. That is a small win. You don't have to speak to 50 people at the same day for the first time when you have decided to do that, to become that person who can speak to a lot of prospects. So your proof is speaking to smaller people, taking small steps, doing small actions that the person you want to become could be doing them.
Yeah.
And also it says, once you have handle on the type of a person you want to be, you can begin taking small steps to reinforce your desired identity. So this is what I was saying. Once you have identified the person you want to become, look at the actions of that person you want to become, and take small steps towards changing your desired identity.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you'll end up changing that habit which you are thinking like, this is very impossible. I cannot get out of this habit. It also says the focus should always be on becoming that type of person, not getting a particular outcome. So, so your focus should not be like, my focus, like, okay, your goal is becoming a director, senior director, partner, president. So your focus should not be on the partner. Just think like this partner, okay, for example, we have partners in here, we have Diana Rose and others.
Yes, partner in the house.
So just think, this partner, what is this partner doing? What is Diana Rose doing?
I actually had the mind that, because when you started talking about that, like what kind of, identify who you want to be, what's your new identity. And I'm sure all of us here, we want to be director, we want to be partner, senior director. Shout out to the senior director in the house, LA, right? So I wanted to hear from them, like, okay, as a director, as a senior director, what is that? What is the life, Give us a day in the life of a senior director. Give us a day in the life of a partner. Maybe Diana, be ready next week. We're going to have that. We'll have you talk about a day in the life of a partner. Like what kind of, what's the lifestyle of a partner? What is the work ethics of a partner? So that we can begin, we can begin incorporating that. Oh my God, Irene, this was amazing. I'm sorry I had to cut you. We are past time. We are past time. Wow, this is so detailed. Your approach to it. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for the commitment you had to this. I appreciate it. Everyone, please, let's celebrate Eileen and Irene for us today. They did an amazing job of reviewing that. So thank you so much. I don't know if you have a very final statement to round it up. Irene, any final statement?
So as you asked, Diane, I think that was my final statement will be, let's identify the titles we want to achieve and let's talk to these people. Yeah. Let's get their actions.
Exactly.
We'll focus on the titles, like we see them in the compensation plans, but looking at them and wishing will not help us. Absolutely. We need to identify those actions we need to take, those
Yes.
steps we need to take so as to
Yes.
get the titles. That is what is going to get out of this this
Amazing.
wishing and wanting. Yeah.
Amazing.
So
Yes.
that's all.
So Diana said, no problem. She's going to handle it for us next week. Ellen, we'd love to hear from you as well. And Agnes, please, we'd love to hear from you as well. A day in the life, all right? So next week, we're going to talk about that. We'll have some minutes to dedicate to that, and then we'll go to chapter 3 and chapter 4. Actually, just chapter 3, so that we can have those extra time to take care of give us what should we become? What is the new identity we should begin to pick up? And from what you're saying, yeah, because from what you said, Irene, I hope the person I want to describe now is not here. If that person is here, it's time to change your identity, right? When you're talking about the product of the Untamed, do you usually say, oh, their product is very good? Oh, the company is doing, amazing. Oh yeah, that's product, their product. It's time to begin to see this. This is your business. This is my product. This is my company, right? So those are some of the words I believe that we can begin to incorporate. And then talking about habits, I know Irene mentioned, waking up early. That was my very first thing I had to tackle. I used to tell myself I'm not a morning person, and neither am I a night person. So if they say morning person, raise your hand, I will not. Night person, night owl, raise your hand, I will not, because I wake up late if I don't have anything to do in the morning, like on the weekends or holidays. And then at night, I go to bed early and I might stay up late. It doesn't matter, right? But one of the habits I picked up now, and I tell you, it's working. It's being a morning person. I am now a morning person. I can tell you categorically, I have my habit tracker for my morning routine, and I have it there. Throughout, I started this September 1st, and I check it, I take it every day. This is my morning routine every day. I'm going to simplify this if I have to flesh it out. As soon as each of these items, each of this step becomes automatic, I'll condense them and all of that, make it, more and more, condensed. But for right now, this is working wonders. I am now a 5 a.m. riser. 5 a.m. riser, and I am loving it. Now, on Monday, I just slept in because it was a holiday. I couldn't sleep past 5 a.m. I was just turning and, all of that. So I just felt no break, holiday, the same time, during the normal week, the same time. And that's how I think the habits will work. Yes, thank you so much, Irene. Yes, it is working. So little changes. And of course, my day business routine and all of that, I'm going to be working that in as well. So let's not just read the book or review it. Let's put it into practice and use the tools that he has presented to us. So that is what I have for us today. But before we go, I promise that we're going to do the celebration at the end of the day. We did a little bit. We did a short version of it. So we have rank achievement this week, the last month. So I'm going to celebrate some of us here. Let me see if I can do everything together. Is it gonna? Yes. It is. Can you see my screen? So let's give it up to Lydia, Director. I take that back. I am so sorry. I apologize. Let's give it up to Director Lydia Sakafu. Congratulations. And we have, I think this is Nusi, right? Nakasinga Nusiat. Yes, let's give it up to her. Amazing. Director from Uganda. Amazing, amazing. Congratulations. And the senior director in the house. The senior director in the house, Helen Lupenza. Let's give it up. Yes, yes, yes. And then, drum roll, please. We have the Dubai trip qualifier in the house. It's amazing. Congratulations, Diana. You said you would and you did. I love the tenacity. I love the commitment. Wow. Tanzanians, I mean, we need to have panel discussion with all of you. What are you guys, I mean, how are you doing it, right? To come and share with us, how are you making this happen? Now, anybody can have the excuses. Oh, I don't have, on-time is done in my country, blah, blah, blah. But you're not standing for the excuses. You're trailing, you're blazing the trails. So we want to hear from you, the unstoppable community. Amazing. I hope I have not missed anyone. Is there somebody amongst us that is here right now that I did not identify? So those are the ones that that I've picked. So I say congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I am so proud to be in your proximity. I'm so proud that I can share, in that victory. Yes, my book club members are ranking up and all of that. And of course, we'll continue to be motivated by your work. And, we're not standing as well. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. USA team, Agnes, we're moving, right? We are not standing. We are moving. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate you. And next week, we're going to have Diana and Elaine talk about a day in the life of a senior director and a partner, and possibly Agnes, share a few things as well. So we will see next week. Thank you so much for coming, and have a wonderful week ahead. Take care now, everybody. Bye. Nice to see you again, Lami. Take care.